Exercise prescription by Miggy Lazarraga, BSN2-A1. My name is Lazarraga Miggy C. I am 19 years old and I am going to go over my exercise prescription. It has two parts, the components and the target. For the first part is the frequency. The frequency of this exercise prescription will be 3 times a week. After the frequency, we will proceed with the intensity. For the first part of the intensity will be the resting heart rate. I measured my resting heart rate and I came up with 65 beats per minute. For the heart rate reserve, I came up with 76% and it follows with target heart rate. I will compute it using 220 subtracted by my age, which is 19, subtracted by 65, which is the beats per minute, and we are going to multiply it with the 76% in decimal form, which is 0.76, and we are going to add 65. The overall total will be 168.36 beats per minute for the target heart rate. Now, we will proceed with the heart rate at high interval. The heart rate at high interval will be 169 beats per minute. For the heart rate at low interval, we will calculate it using 220 subtracted by 19, subtracted by 65 and multiplied by 0.38 plus 65, and we will come up with 116.68 beats per minute. Now that we have finished calculating our heart rate at high interval and low interval, we will continue with the Borg rate of perceived exertion, and the target will be 14. Now that we have finished with the intensity, we will proceed with the time. The warm-up target will be 5 minutes at low interval. The stimulus will be 20 minutes. The cool down will be 5 minutes at low interval, and the number of cycles target will be 4. The type of workout will be HIIT workout without equipment. Now, we will proceed with the muscular resistant training prescription. So, the training age will be 19. Our goal will be to increase strength, endurance, and flexibility. The volume will be moderate. The frequency will be 4 times a week. The session or duration will be about 30 minutes, including warm-up and cool-down. Now, for the warm-up stretch, it will consist of reverse lunge to knee raise, walkouts, arm circles, squats, exercise, and etc. The reverse lunge to knee raise will be 1 minute, and it will be one set, and it will be repeated 12 times each side. For the next warm-up stretch, the walkouts, it will last for about 30 seconds. It will be one set and it will be repeated 8 times. And lastly, the arm circles will be 30 seconds for one set. It will be repeated 8 times forward and 8 times backward. Lastly, the squats, it will last for about 30 seconds. It will be one set and it will be 15 repetitions. Now that we have warmed up for our exercise, we will proceed with the walking lunge, jumping jacks, and etc. First, the walking lunge will be 3 sets, 10 repetitions each leg. We will rest for 2 to 3 minutes each set. The load will be 80% 1 RM and the RPE will be 17. For the jumping jack, it will consist of 3 sets and it will be repeated 4 times, and the rest will be 1 to 2 minutes before each set. The total load will be 80% 1 RM and the RPE will be 14. After the jumping jack, we will proceed with jogging in place, which will also be 3 sets. It will be repeated 6 times and it will have 1 to 3 minutes of rest each set. and the total load will be 75% 1 RM, and the RPE will be 11. It will be followed by hamstring curls of 2 sets, repeated 12 times, and it will have 1 to 2 minute rest for each set. The load will be 80% 1 RM and the RPE will be 13. For the squats, it will consist of 5 sets and 6 repetitions per set, and there will be 1 to 3 minutes rest between each set. The load will be 80% 1 RM and the RPE will be 14. Now that we have finished the exercise, we will continue with a cool down stretch. Cool down stretch is essential in order to have a complete workout. The first part of the cool down stretch will be the hip flexor stretch. The duration will be about 30 seconds. It will consist of 2 sets and 1 repetition per set. Next will be the reclining twist, which will last for 1 minute and it will have 1 sets and 5 repetitions. Next will be the child pose, which will last for 30 seconds and it will have 2 sets and 1 repetition per set. Lastly is the chair stretch. It will last for 1 minute, it will have 1 set and 2 repetition. And that concludes the defense for the exercise prescription. Again, this is me, Miggy June Lazarraga. Thank you.